Hi, this is Spencer, your Tampa Bay wallpaper installer, coming to you from St. Pete, Florida. And I have here a installation of a very beautiful wallpaper. This is actually hand printed. And I came to a point at which I thought I should share with you a very peculiar issue that comes with this particular paper. Or it's not just this particular paper, it could be with any paper, but because of this particular paper, the problem is magnified. And what am I talking about? You see this tail? See how perfectly it meets? You see the body of this? This is a different sheet of paper here. The head of this and the body, different sheet, okay? Now watch this. You see this tail not meeting up? You see the seam acting on its own? Now I want to show you how to do it. This is how you get rid of this problem. You know, paper is paper, and you have to come up with the way to fix it. What do you do? Well, you have to stretch it, okay? Now, here's the first thing I did before we went to video. I'm going to show you the first remedy I took to fix this issue. The first thing I want you to do is wet it again. If you're trying to stretch paper and it's dry underneath, you're going to tear it, okay? Let's get a fresh coat of wet under there. And for this reason, it's always good to have a water bottle to moisten the surface on which you're putting the paper. And what does water do, or glue in this case? It makes it slide. Now, I'm pulling down on it, it's moving back up. I'm pulling down on it, you can see the tail. See this? See this point? Watch this. I'm watching it in the camera. Now watch this, I let it go. She rides back up. Watch this. It meets right now. And now watch this. It slides up 3/16 of an inch. We got a problem. The way to solve this is, there's another coffee out there for you if you want it. Just take it. All right, buddy? The way to solve this is this. Now this paper is so good and so strong that, you know, you have to know your paper, obviously. If it rips, it rips. You know, what are you going to do? You're not going to put that kind of pressure on it again. Look, this is what I got to do until this thing stretches. I got to put my weight on this thing because there's just no other way to do it. It meets up there. It's not me. It's not the paper. This is what I suggest that it is. I mean, I shouldn't say it's not the paper. I don't think it's the paper, okay? What I think is this. This wall has a layer of plaster on it. If I put a straight edge, and let's just do it. If I put a straight edge on this thing, if there's a space here on this straight edge, if there's a reveal, a place where light can pass through between the wall and the metal, then we know what the problem is. Now there happens to be a slight space. It's slight. It's slight. It's very slight. You know what? It's too slight to call it the fault. It's not the problem. You know, nothing's perfect, and the wallpaper always meets up. So, it's not our wall. I'm going to have to blame it on the paper. Okay? I'm going to have to blame it on the paper because since it's a handprint, you know, it's not always exact. And the longer the sheet you go, the more off the handprints are, you know? But it's not something that cannot be remedied. But I'm doing this video so that you Now, if you do this with cheap paper, you're going to rip it. And your hands have to be dry. Mine happen to be tacky. I'm going to try, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the video trying to stretch my paper, particularly on this side, right here. Okay? And what I'm going to do is make it relax in position. Okay? In fact, I'm going to pull it a 1/16 of an inch past where it's supposed to be. So then when it relaxes back, we can easily put it into position, okay? That's why I'm showing you this video, because this is one of the methods that you're gonna have to use to get your wallpaper. Look, right up here, it fits. Up here, the rest of it fits. The problem is here, it's down here. You know? It's time consuming, it's a real problem. So I'm gonna try to pull it down over here and just work it into place, all right? So the moral of the story is pull on your paper, don't give up. Don't set it and it's all messed up. Don't do that. Not on a straight run. If you turn a corner and it doesn't align, that's when you can blame it on your wall and say the heck with it. You know, you can't remedy that by, see, a wallpaper hanger needs to know how to fix walls too. You got to be able to know how to use a plaster knife and how to render a wall plumb. You might have to build a wall up. There's a whole separate video on that, on using a Darby. Look on that. I did that video about, I'm going to say 6 months ago. I did it on a ceiling. And that's how you put plumb in a wall and also level on a ceiling if you're hanging paper on a ceiling, even if you're not. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work here. The moral is pull on the paper. If you're doing it with wet hands, it's going to slide. Look, it won't do it. Your hands have to be dry, and my hands happen to have a residual glue on them, and they're a little tacky. Be careful though. If you got the wrong paper and your fingers are tacky, guess what's going to happen? You'll take the color right off the paper. On cheap wallpaper, some people say, I paid $600 for this, for my whole room. That's nothing. Latex ink on wallpaper, come right off. That's when you got to stop the job and say to the customer, listen, your color's coming off. Before you install all the paper and then you get the blame for the color coming off, it's not your problem. Color should not be coming off of wallpaper. It's a good wallpaper that you can really manipulate it and you got no color coming off. It's really good stuff. Anyway, let me get back to work here. This is Spencer, your Tampa Bay wallpaper installer. You can reach me at www.spencercolgan.com, or you can reach me at 813-666-7002. Leave a comment in the section below if you have a question, you agree or disagree, whatever. If you have another way to do this, let me know. Share it with us. That's how we do. We learn from each other. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.